Shalom. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Karadash. That honors to the apostles, that honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Wakim, that are teaching the truth in the city across the four corners of the earth. With the GMS Atlanta camp, coming at you with another edifying lesson through the spirit of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. And man, through the spirit, you can see the prophecies manifesting themselves every day. Every day you see prophecies coming to pass, whether it's main media showing something about Russia going to war or want to go to war with Ukraine, which Ukraine is backed by NATO, which is the beast, which is related to scriptures. And also you have the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip on the rise. And then you got more of the elect waking up at the same time. So the lightness or the light against darkness is coming to a head. The Most High is speeding up the times for the elect sake. So, verse 36. Yeah.
Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
And the days are being shortened. Days are literally going by quick. We're already in the year 2020. 2022. So I got 2020. 2022 is already here. 2 years into Crown 19 or COVID-19 era. So what's next? It's the market. It has to be the market because everything is going digital. Mm-hmm. Everything is going through a blockchain central head. It's central over. It's the central head over everything. Everything that you do, whether buying or selling, and that's all related to the prophecies, like it says in Revelation chapter 13. You got some more there? Go to today's. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And how is he going to cause everybody to get that mark? By changing up the whole system. He, which is the government, which is Esau, the so-called white man, he's shifting the whole system. That's the true mover or shaker, should I say. They the ones that really call the shots, the government body of the United States and its allies, which makes up NATO. Then you have the other side of the coin, which is Russia and China. They're allied with each other. That's all a part of prophecies, like it says in Ezekiel chapter 38 about God and Magog rising up against Babylon.
We got Iran going to ally with them. Even America's own allies are going to come against America and ally with those in the east. All that just to destroy Babylon the Great.
Yep.
It's all going up right now. I got the scripture. Matthew 24 and 37. But if the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And that's the same thing we see now. The days are being shortened, but even though time is being shortened and years are flying by, we're seeing people still trying to get on with their lives, get back to so-called normal. All right? People are definitely marrying and they're doing these gender reveals, and everything is a social media showcase. All right? You're seeing the increase of people getting their own businesses and being entrepreneurs, and people basically, although it is a time of crisis, people are still trying to get along as if these things aren't so. This is the same thing that happened in the time of Noah during that society. But in this society, all right, we're about to see the collapse of this place for good.
Yeah, in the ancient
Okay.
time they had Babel, which was
Yeah,
ruled by
Babylon.
Nimrod.
Yep.
And then you had the Chaldees, Babylon, they ruled. Now you have the daughter of Babylon, which goes all the way back to when the world was all together as one. And they spoke as one, which was the Hebrew language at that time. Now it's the English, and Esau is influencing everybody to be as one. One in what? The New World Order, following after the beast. But the Most High is rising up the elect in these latter days, like he did Noah in the time of the flood. First step.
I got a little bit more. Well, I'll read it again. It says, verse 38, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. But these people don't really know what's coming. They don't know that there's nuclear missiles, hypersonic nuclear missiles being developed. Okay, they don't know that they can feel it, but they don't really understand how devastating the collapse of the global economy is going to be, especially over here in America. All right, they don't really know or no understanding. Then eventually, it's just going to be death and destruction. But this is why the Lord has the Israelites all over the world, okay, prophesying, going into the scriptures, right? You got GMS mainly going into the prophecies, into the scriptures, breaking it down so a baby can understand, so you'll be without excuse, all right? So when Yahweh Shai, the Son of Man, does come, and you see that he's a so-called black man, and the people that are being beamed up are going to be so-called black men, Hispanic and Native American men and women and children, then the whole world's going to be in shock. But oh well, okay? Because when it was time to take heed, the majority, especially the people on these signs, really are going to be ashamed, you know? But that's okay, because the elect out of these people are going to be delivered and build up the coming kingdom, okay?
Yeah, that's very important, man. You're gonna actually suffer the same fate that the enemy that's now ruling over us and his allies gonna have. It's not really meant for you, Jake, to go through the nuclear weapons. It's meant for you to get this truth so you can be saved. But, you're not hearkening because the Most High called you that future.
Right. It says, they knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. So history is repeating itself. All right. So we're going to see Yahweh Shai come back. We're going to see the angels, the so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High. You're going to see nuclear missiles. You're going to feel the heat, and you're going to disintegrate. All right. It says, then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. So basically, it's just going to be whoever's of the elect. One person ain't going to make it, the other person going to make it. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. And this is what we're all supposed to be doing, watching, seeing how the things that are playing out in reality are playing out according to prophecy in the scriptures. And you move accordingly, right?
Yeah, because like you said, it's no cloak for your sin. When the Heavenly Father, Son's come, and the angels, it's going to be a whole different vibration out here. And how you see it, like everybody getting along, you just going through your day-to-day routine, going after your careers and whatnot. The Heavenly Father's going to change that mindset when he allowed Esau to come in like a flood, according to Isaiah chapter 59. He's going to be in a frantic state of mind. But the elect are not. Why? Because scriptures are the comfort of the elect through the Spirit.
This is the 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, that like the movie The Road, like the movie I Am Legend. It's literally gonna be those scenes. Like a lot of people, they go to the movies and just eat popcorn, but they don't really analyze that this movie is really projecting what's really going to be happening in America
Hmm.
and elsewhere.
Hey, not to mention too,
Like the movie The Knowing.
yeah, the knowing. But they just had a news clip that I just saw, and they said like I was just saying, they're saying that you're no longer safe in America because you can't count on the police no more, and the government is against the people. So it's already happening. It's happening right now. You know that sedition that the
What
brother talking
happened in
about. Oh yeah,
New
in New
York?
York, yeah.
Come on, man. It didn't matter what race you were. You know, because they playing the race card on this COVID-19 jab too.
Mhm.
Now it says about sedition among men. I mentioned this at Camp Saturday. You got all countries, all major developed countries in the world are having protests and riots with people coming against the government.
Mhm.
Okay, and the government coming down on from the people. These are the things that the Bible talked about. You're not going to find this nowhere else but the Holy Scriptures. The ideas for these movies come from the Holy Scriptures.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Well, you call it predictive programming or what? It is predictive programming. Prophecy is predictive future. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so, now this has happened 2+ years ago. They'll say, "What are you doing?" Now they identify as being the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, but what are we as Hebrew Israelites doing out here? We're prophesying the scriptures. That's exactly what I was just going into. Okay, the Hebrew Israelites are known for prophesying, known for going in the streets. Okay, we're known for doing what the scriptures say do and warning the people about what the scriptures say. Okay, now you got this so-called white woman, which she's an Israelite, Woe Vicky, right? She had the name of Yahweh on her Instagram bio. She changed it, but the fact remains, we already seen it, caught it, screenshotted it, now brothers doing videos on it, along with Big Sean, knowing these Hebrew Israelites, studying with Kanye and these other artists. Okay? Now, what they do with that information, that's between them and the Most High.
It was like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the fact remains that through the will and the power of Yahweh Shah, we'll change the world by just speaking what the scriptures say in truth, ultimately in truth, right? And we're sincere about doing it. Okay? So let's get more into the truth and more into these prophecies.
Con, I got scripture.
Okay, come.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So this truth is being preached throughout the four corners of the earth. Just random Jake just came up and asked me the Hebrew Israelites. Don't know what faith he believes in because of the response that he got from us agreeing to what he said. He's saying y'all lie. That's that's not the right choice words you want to use when having Israelites in the census creed. Because blessed is he that blessed Israel, and cursed be them that curse Israel. I mean, because he's not really satisfied with 100% of the doctrine. So what makes him like he's not really truly satisfied with the truth?
Hey, it don't
Whether
matter.
it be the rape scripture, whether it be the rape scripture, whether it be the RFID scripture, whether it be the times ahead into a nuclear destruction, World War II. So
You're getting hit by a car
we're close to the end, man. We're really close to the end. What matter of fact, I got Romans chapter 11.
Yeah, and whatever.
I mean, I know it wasn't like that, but he's not really into it.
Nah, but that's
Every
what,
idle worship.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter how he feel about it. He's of the elect or he's not.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But he can identify brothers being out on the streets. Because you don't see these other philosophers out here dealing with the madness of monsters running through the streets Yeah, they have a car crash in the middle of the four-way stop. Okay, not dealing with the elements being in the cold. Okay, no other uh, uh, way of life, uh, uh, no other way of life or philosophy or doctrine, all right, or service, okay, puts forth as much effort into bringing out the truth of the matter, like being a Hebrew Israelite, being in the truth. You got different levels of Israelites, and GMS is at the top. You out here all the time. Okay, it's at some point it's going to say y'all GMS because what the other camp say, you know.
And we know this was secular history. We go all the way back to Greece, the Grecian Empire. Matter of fact, the Assyrian Empire. And we can actually prove it through different books like Josephus. You have Nature Knows No Color Line, Babylon Timbuktu.
That's
All
just
of
a
that.
few books.
Yeah, that's
Just
just
a few books.
and you
Most
can link
books
it
have
up.
been written since books have just been written in the past 15 years. You got different authors producing books, proving the truth of who we are. That African stuff is played out. If you 2022 and you think you're African,
5%.
you just as lost as you might as well just say you might as well just go hard out, go hard and go all out for being an American.
Because they don't have
Just as you it's more popular being American than being African, than being Japan Africanism. Okay, at least you can readily do something with being an American citizen. I don't even go back to any country in Africa. Okay, really, it's about, like I said, it's about being an Israelite, being the elect ultimately. But those that serve the Lord actually prophesying and living this thing. Okay, uh,
It's Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So Jake is trying to hearken to this truth. We say it all the time, but it's literally true. Like they don't got it. They don't have the vision. All the other gods that they worship, they paint this false image in their head, but they know it's not living. See, the vision that we got is living. It's not Project Bluebeam. It's not uh, it's not digital technology. It's not this carnal lifestyle that really Esau is perpetuating on. Because Esau worship all these gods that you worship.
it ain't democracy. It ain't being in the political world. It ain't.
How the enemy go worship the same God?
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Right. Hey, whenever you read the scriptures in the ancient battles, it would be Dagon and Molech versus the Most High in Israel. You know, and even when it was Israel versus Israel, it was the Most High being with one kingdom, one part of Israel versus Israel that were worshiping other guys. The Most High ain't gonna fight himself. You know.
All them gods is not no gods. They believe. Yep. The famous rapper or the celebrity or a CEO of a company, they all worship the Buddha, some other god. They are all type of God. Rick Ross, first he believed in God, then he believed in Buddha. A lot of Jake want to go to the mansion though.
They when Jake start getting that money, man,
Yeah.
they start getting corrupted.
Very
Yeah.
This is verse 8. According as it is written, Yahweh has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Yeah, like me and the brothers did a video yesterday about the contrast of light and darkness. Jake is in darkness. Jake walking in the house and he in the darkness, but he in the living room, but think he in the kitchen. Jake doesn't have the true vision of what they really believe in, like how we have. That's what makes the separation of the elect and Israel of the flesh. Yeah, Jake, Israel, the truth is for them, but the Lord caused their spirit to be slumbering. And it's really deeper than that. The Lord did it like that before the beginning. Like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 6. It says, according as it is written, Yahweh hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. And all the righteous men, King David, whether it be one of the prophets, they always mention children of Baal or Balaam. You got a certain set in Israel that just have a disregard with the protocol of the Lord. Like when Saul was anointed as king, you had some Israelites say that they was really scoffing at
Right.
King Saul, but King Saul was the Lord anointed. And King David, he always mentioned that he shouldn't do no harm to the anointed. He always praised King Saul because he was the Lord's anointed. So King David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them.
Right, and that's in the song. That's what I'm talking about enemies. But Israel, 2/3 of Israel are enemies now. For the gospel sake. Right? So you have a certain number of Israelites that are going to take heed of what we say. They're going to continue to live their life, marry and eat and drink and do what they want to do until they're destroyed. And there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing that they can do about it. It's just what their destiny is. See, people are going to realize their fate and their vanity is all is all lined up. Because a lot of, truth be told, people are born in vain. That's in the scriptures. People are born as NPCs in the world that you just see. Yeah, these people are NPCs. They're just there just because they're non-player characters in the world. You see them, but you never see them again. Okay, the only people that really matter is those that are involved when it comes down to this truth in the earth. Left hand side entities and the right hand side. Okay, a lot of people's fate. That's what we see his car driving by, and we never see that car. That person is on a highway to damn hell. Okay, meaning nuclear destruction. Okay, or you have a car right by and they be in the elect. Okay, who knows? Right? Who knows? So it's imperative that you get this truth. I'm gonna get the scripture real quick. This is Zephaniah chapter 2:1. It says, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Which that nation not desire are so-called black, Spanish, and Native Americans, the Israelites. Okay, we as a people are not desired. Yeah, we as individuals are not to be desired. Okay, especially within this world of so-called white supremacy. All right, and heathen supremacy. We looked up as the bottom of the barrel people. Okay, you got Australian Aborigines that live out in the damn desert with the damn didgeridoos and boomerangs that will come into the city and see a so-called African American and look down on him. That's just how low we are in the earth. Okay, because they could go among modern society and they could get a loan and get a house somewhere in Queensland, Australia. All right. Meanwhile, we live here in America our whole lives and can't get a proper bank loan to own a home. Okay. So we're a people not desired. That's just an example. Okay. It says, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. So we're supposed to gather together before the wrath of the Lord destroys us, because judgment is going out. We're seeing individual judgment. We're seeing collective judgment. We're seeing judgment as far as the prophecies, being fulfilled are concerned. Okay, and we're seeing it in a way of anger coming from the heavenly power. Okay, it says, "Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be healed in the day of the Lord's anger." Now, is the meek of the earth talking about everybody? Is this speaking to all races and creeds and nations? Remember, it was to the Lord's people. The nation is not desired to be gathered together. Okay, so it's to the Israelites being the meek of the earth to seek righteousness. Okay, because it may be that you may be hid from the Lord's wrath. Okay, meaning what? You have to repent. You have to start back keeping the commandments and the laws. That's something that we always had to go back and do after the Lord put us in captivity. When you read the scriptures, the Israelites always went off, and the Lord sent a savior or a judge, and Israel started back keeping the commandments again. And then after so long, they went back to serve another God, and the Lord sent another judge. It's the same thing happening now. Because now the Lord is just sending all the prophets, and then he's going to send back his son, but that's going to be when he's actually going to have his anger along with his salvation. And if you're not a part of that salvation, then you won't be here. Okay? You won't be here. You're going to be somewhere, waiting to be destroyed. Okay? It'll only be a matter of time. All right? A little bit more. No, that's it. That's it. So with all these things happening, the brother mentioned about the coming digital prick is coming. All right, MOTV. I mentioned about the rise of protests, the collapse of this society. All that is evil time. Okay, they want to pump more and more fear with these different variants of the you know what. Okay, they want to add more and more boosters to these things and more restriction on the people that don't have it. This society is going to get more and more draconian. But that's what the scripture says about speaking as a dragon with two horns like a lamb. That's the rules of this world. Okay? They want to put a total control and chokehold on the people in this society. And that way they can weed out the undesirables. All right? And the main undesirables are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's in the news. You see it in these news articles, right? The brothers remember the news articles. It will say blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics. Those are the main targets for them wanting to actually go in the neighborhoods and actually give them a shot. Okay. All right. This is what they want to do. So they want to weed us out. They want to say that we're the weak. So we have to be strong in the Lord. We have to believe in Him. That's the only way we're going to get away from our enemies. Okay. That's the standard that the Lord has set for His chosen that has been laboring first and foremost, and the elect that hasn't been labored. Like the 1/3 is not going to be those just who know the truth, but also the Lord just have the elect in His certain lives. That's basically what it is. Yeah, you got children of the elect. The main elect are the prophets. Yeah, the servants, those that are doing what we're doing. And then you're going to have the friends of the prophets, the families. You're going to have those that believe that are going to follow the men that get the power. But the Lord's going to give us power to fight against our enemies. That's just on a physical level. But speaking on a more spiritual level, we have to get ourselves together. We have to get our minds right. Okay? We got to get our spirits right. Because things are going to turn up in the next 2 weeks. Okay? Things are going to turn up. What was that? 2021, opening of this year, not even a week went by and you had these stage riots up there at the Capitol in D.C. coming in with a bang. Okay? The Lord willing something happens before 2021 ends. Or something happens again going to the first year of January. Because Those of us that are in the faith that and the truth, we see and we know, we understand that just with violence shall Babylon be thrown down. Okay? We're going to see America be totally destroyed. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get that Revelation 18:1. Okay? Because America is the worst place to be. Okay? America is the worst place to be, and but it's also the best place to be. Everybody want to come to America, right? But America's going to be destroyed. That's just the plain point and straight to it. Okay?
There's been like, I was gonna say, there's been no other country ever existed that has done more wickedness than Babylon the Great.
Yeah, because America copied all the kingdoms together in one to do all that wickedness. They had the blueprint. But they said, let's do a little bit more.
Egypt.
They took all their evil and their sins and they multiplied it times infinity. You know? So infinity and beyond with the sins and witchcraft.
Yeah. Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitations of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit,
being nuclear missiles, hypersonic nuclear missiles, whatever else they're developing in secret, okay? But it's going to be by fire. This place is literally destroyed. And you're going to have actual creatures, whether they're vultures, whether they're lizards and all kinds of different, insects and life here that's going to actually do what desert creatures do. Meanwhile, there's not going to be any people, not going to be any shops, any cars, any highways. There's not going to be any buildings. There's not going to be any field of meadows to frolic in. Okay, it's just going to be a total and complete wasteland over here, which is Babylon the Great is fallen, which is America the Great, place of wickedness is fallen. Okay, the city of confusion, like Scripture say, is broken down. All right.
verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
For all nations have been an ally in some particular way to America, whether it's through the UN, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, whatever, you name it. They've all been partakers in getting rich off of America or using America's weapons or putting an embassy or some kind of base over there in their land, sending their ambassadors, okay, using their technology in some way, shape, or form, okay. All these nations have been a colleague to America, working the same evilness in the earth. So the Lord's going to have to destroy this place, okay. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah, America has all kinds of Fortune 500 companies, right? For example, Amazon. Amazon has warehouses in different headquarters in places, South America, Asia, Europe. Okay, same thing with Apple. Okay, you can go to India and have an iPhone, right? You can go to different places around the world and you can see how these countries interact with America. And these countries become rich because they sell them to third-party companies and they get rich. And they subject their citizens to having to buy these things. And they get more and more rich. Okay? And that's just one way as an example. Okay? The main way is always going to be through war. through weapons and setting up bases and military might. Okay, go ahead.
For her, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues."
Right, and this is what I was reading in chapter 9. Come out of America's ways, right? Come out of believing in this place, but that's going to be a call for us to literally be beamed up in the so-called UFOs to be saved out of the destruction that's coming to the United States. Okay? Come about her, my people, because we're being called to trust in the Lord. All right? 2021, everybody was so happy for Moneybag Joe, and we did it. You know, everybody was making memes, and everybody was loving Joe and Kamala Harris. Now, we in December, you can't stand them, dummies.
You know what they say?
Okay?
Let's go, Byron. Let's go, Brandon.
Y'all is fucking stupid, man. Let's call it fucking straight. Okay?
Well, that's
Y'all people, it's like our people are in a collective state of stupidity. Okay?
Perpetual.
None of you can think individually or think critically. Knowing the history of this place, you cry and you moan and you bitch about what these cops do, right? And you beg the government for reparations and you march and you go all out on the internet for likes and retweets and whatever. But then when it comes down to actually taking a stand for something, you go ahead and vote and choose. Okay, fine. Now you're looking dumb. Now you're questioning what you get. Well, guess what? You helped put them in there. You gave them these popular votes and stuff, which you were selected anyway. But you put your belief and your stance behind it. Okay? Well, you should really be putting your stance behind the word of the Lord. Okay? Which is the truth that the Hebrew Israelites, everybody's waiting on the fact that they're Israelite now, but don't want to do nothing about it. That's going to be your downfall too. Okay? The Lord is only going to bring out those that are actually having their minds coming up out of here, man. Okay? Then the Lord's going to actually beam us up. But the rest of you niggas, whether you know you Israel or not, okay, you're going to be here to be destroyed. And we're going to laugh at you. And it's funny because we told you. Okay? The Lord said we're going to mock when your calamity comes, man. Okay? The Lord is bringing judgment and destruction upon this place. And we told you about it beforehand. So get yourselves together. Gather together and they should not decide. Come up out of her, my people. That's what we're waiting to hear. Because this place is done, man. Okay? 2022 should be it. Lord willing. All right, you got it.
Revelation 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Right, America's sins have reached into heaven. Meaning what? Meaning the Lord is watching this place, man. Okay? The Lord is watching this place. The Lord has angels watching, reporting things back. Okay? They're literally destroying the earth and the atmosphere too. Okay? The sins has reached to a place beyond any other kingdom has done. So the Lord said he's about to bring this place down. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she has filled to her double.
And it's going to be double, right? It's going to be double. There's going to be all kinds of things done doubly over and over to these Edomites, okay? Because they're at the top of the list to go into slavery. They're at the top of the list to be brutalized. They're at the top of the list to be downtrodden. They're at the top of the list to everything that they've done to our people. They're at the top of the list to get. America destroys all these nations in the earth without judgment, no true war crimes trial, These presidents and these people don't go to jail. Why? Because they pumped up by the corporations anyway. Corporations run the world, the bankers. It isn't your political parties and those that are involved in politics. Okay? That's why they have something called super PACs. Right? You keep hearing that in the news, super PAC, super PAC. These are people that actually put funding to get their politicians into the seat to be voted for to go into the election. Okay? Well, guess what? The bankers and the corporations, all these movers and shakers in the world, they're causing this place to be destroyed through their witchcraft and their sins. Okay? So we're in the time to see this actually literally happen. Okay? And that's a good thing for us because that means no more slavery. Okay? No more being in captivity and having to worry about whether or not I'm going to be able to pay my bills, whether or not I'm going to have to take the shot at this point, whether or not I'm going to, actually see my friends and family again in the kingdom. We're going to live forever. That's the joyous thing about this place going down. There's going to be a new world to come in the earth, a different vibration, a new society out of the chaos and the destruction that has to come here first. So we really should be rejoicing.
It's the key to the life.
Every time you speak the prophecy, the teeth should get white.
Mm-hmm.
They will fall for it. Make my teeth white. Well, speaking of prophecies, make our teeth white. Okay? The righteousness. Okay? Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
Glorify yourself. Live deliciously off of the labor that we do in these warehouses and factories and farms and bottom of the barrel jobs. Okay? Menial labor jobs.
Free slavery.
Go ahead.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
The Lord says, so much torment give to America. So much sorrow give to America. That's what they're going to get. What is going to culminate in the physical destruction of this place. I'm going to keep saying that. Because people, you can't see it. Okay? But watch, just go on YouTube and type in Terminator 2 nuclear bomb scene.
It's the Sarah Connor scene.
Yeah. You look up the nuclear scene in Terminator 2. The place is going to be destroyed. Or Terminator 3 actually showed the missiles coming out of the heavens into the earth. That's really a better scene than Terminator 2. Terminator 2 was good for the time when it came out. But then Terminator 3 came out in like 03, 04. That's a better depiction of the missiles hitting this place, man. Okay?
And it says, so much torment and sorrow give her.
Mm-hmm.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
That's the pride of the might of this place, man. Because America, since World War II, has basically been the world's greatest superpower. Okay? And they wear that on their sleeve. But now the whole world is mocking you, starting with the president. Whether it was Bush, whether it was Obama, okay? Really, since George H.W. Bush, really since, after him going in the Clinton era, America's been starting to look like a whole laughing stock. Okay? All right? The laughing stock, man. Around the world in these different countries. Because it's time for this place to go down. Okay? But America holds on to that pride. But that's okay, because the Lord got something for that pride, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
Read that again.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
Read that one more time.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Listen good. Okay, listen good. Go ahead.
Death
Death
and mourning
and mourning, crying. Go ahead.
and famine,
And famine, lack of resources. Go ahead.
and she shall be utterly burnt with fire.
And she shall be utterly burnt with hypersonic nuclear fire. Go ahead.
For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
Because the Lord is going to judge this place, man. So all that pride and all that crap that America talks, and it's out other places too, but mainly America, okay? All that pride is going to be turned to a great amount of humble pie, right? But you're not really going to have enough time to be humble because all that's going to come in one day, 1 hour. You're just going to be wiped out, man. Totally wiped out. And that's a good thing. All right, go ahead.
Verse 9.
How you doing?
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they should see the smoke of her burning.
Yeah, so Jack Ma and all these CEOs of companies like Alibaba and these foreign Fortune 500
OPEC.
companies, these companies, OPEC, yeah, because they, yeah, you know, because of the oil. Yeah, all these, you know, all these foreign investors in America are gonna, you know, be like, damn, who's gonna buy our product? Because America's the main consumer of a lot of this stuff, man. Okay, so we're gonna see the really, like I said earlier, the global economy is going to collapse once America's destroyed. Okay, it's going to collapse in a way before that, and they're going to try to reset it with this chip that's coming. Okay, to get everybody on board with that. But the chip coming, the main thing is what? The main thing is when that comes, that's when this place is going to feel that fire. Okay, we are 2022 is going to be big for the microchip, man. All these companies from all these countries, right? You got Japan, China, Sweden, Germany, all these other countries in Europe. They've all have been done 1 year to 2 year trials with digital currency as well as microchip implant technology. To the point that now you're having Elon Musk say he's ready to go to trial with putting brain chips in the humans going into next year, 2022. So this thing is about to move fast. If y'all think 2021 was quick, 2022 it might feel like 3 or 4 months. You know?
Verse 10.
It's gonna go quick. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
In 1 hour is this place going to be destroyed. So you're going to go from seeing, you know, the Empire State Building and what is it? The
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, Statue of Liberty. What's the new One
Twin
World
Towers.
Trade Center? Right? You're going to go from seeing the Niagara Falls and all these great geographic sites like the Yellowstone God, all that. You're not going to have to. It's going to be so devastating, that destruction. Like I said, this place is going to be a total wasteland. Okay, everything is going to be turned to nothing. You're not going to tell from where one state started to where the next one started. Where it ends until, you know, you're just going to probably see the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific. But no telling how the missiles are going to literally terraform. Look that up. Terraform the Earth. Everything is going to change. Completely change. All right? America's not going to look like America. You got volcanic faults and earthquake faults, volcanic This place is gonna, the earth itself is gonna change. Man.
You know, they said the Yellowstone caldera is ready to go.
That's a volcano.
That's a volcano.
A caldera it's like the outer rim of a volcano. It's called a caldera. Okay, this place is going to be changed, man. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Yeah, because America's a big ass consumer. It just buys and buys and buys, and it uses what it buys to pump up Hollywood and celebrity status and come to New York and LA and have fun in Miami. You know, America's like a big playground, a big fun house. But what you gonna do when the fun house shuts down? You know, fun house is about to be put out of business. Okay, so all these companies and corporations are not going to be able to make money off this place anymore. All right, go ahead.
Verse 12. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. Like these houses, man, they decked out in America, man. They import of wood, of construction sites, and America is this delicious place that the scriptures are talking about in Revelation chapter 18. There's a lot of third world countries that receiving these things.
Lifestyle of the rich and famous, you know, all kinds of riches, but they also actually got gold and silver here in the earth. That's why you had the great gold rush to the west in the 1800s. You know, they had these things here. Gold down there where the Latin Native American tribes are down there. You know, see El Dorado and all these great. But they were just coming over here to conquer the tribes, the Israelites. But all these riches were in gold and all of that. All black gold. Right? So now this rich place is going to be destroyed.
Verse 13. And cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men and the fruits.
Yeah, especially souls of men. America has everybody in slavery, corporate debt slavery to actual physical slavery. Okay, you know. But as I mentioned about, I seen an article too. You got some sort of Mexicans here in Georgia farming, all right, and that's been what a years-long investigation into that. Where they're not getting any pay or any benefits and that. They're legal immigrants. Okay, so all that comes into play when you think about how America has actually gotten powerful in this earth. Okay. Yeah.
Verse 14. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after
The
are
fruits that people sold, everybody wants the next wave of iPhone 2022, whatever's coming out. They want the next blockbuster franchise of movies to come out. Everybody wants the latest, vehicle. Everybody wants to go off on the next biggest trend, crypto. Everybody's into this stuff. Everything that your soul desires and lusts after is going to be done away with. Go ahead.
that thy soul lusted after are departed.
It's departed. Go ahead.
From thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all.
You're not going to find this place no more at all. Okay? from sea to shining sea, ain't gonna be shit here. All right.
That American dream is a nightmare
For real. It's gonna be dust and sand.
because it don't last forever.
Mhm.
Our kingdom is going to last forever.
Right. Right. This is a temporal world, temporal kingdom. Y'all shall say if this were his kingdom, then would his servants fight. But the Lord's not gearing us up for no war and saying, look, Michael, I want you to go down there, get props with swords, shields, armor. We're going to take this place down. No. Okay, this is a spiritual thing. All right. Our kingdom is within us already in the spirit. But this Lord is going to use this place to destroy itself. Okay? And that's what's happening. Right?
The merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, should stand afar off for fear of her torment, weeping and wailing.
Right? And that goes to the top elite bankers. All right? Y'all sell countries and nations and through y'all riches and promises of glory, which Satan has given you the power to actually push forth in the earth, right? Because you're only just doing the bid of Satan. That's how you're able to get rich. Okay, these front organizations and these, these global foundations and things like that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
of their military might.
And it's mainly right. It's mainly through the sport. But you're seeing where the military budget is going. It's going up and up because every major country is gearing up for the final Third World War, which really is taking place already. We're really in the time of World War III anyway, because Scripture says that the Third World is going to come quickly. But there's been different situations over the years because the angels are holding the destruction back. And we're going to get to the point where everybody's going to see, oh, this is World War III. Okay, this is the buildup. You have to, like Scripture says in Isaiah 13, the Lord musters the host of the battle, meaning he's gathering the different armies together to actually destroy this place. All right? But you're having the cyber war, the media wars. This war is a different type of war. Okay? And ultimately it's going to be fought with hypersonic nuclear fire, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 16, and saying, Alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with fine gold, Salakia, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught.
1 hour, so all these decades, like the last 100 years, this place has been building up, becoming that great world superpower. But all that deception and witchcraft, and it's only going to take an hour for the Lord to destroy this place. That's it. That's a short amount of time compared to how long the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel is going to last, man. Okay? That's barely a drop into eternity. An hour? Shit. An hour flies by like that these days. It's almost we've been out here about an hour now. So
An hour exactly.
yeah, an hour goes quick. There you go. Spirit, go ahead.
And every ship master and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning.
Yeah, but that's going to be a devastation to the economies of these other countries. Okay? Once America is destroyed in the midst of this war, that's going to be physically fought. Everybody, Australia's going to be part of this. They're going to have to send troops. These different countries in Africa, they're going to have to send their troops. Here it is, you fighting a civil war in the Congo somewhere. You're going to have to be shipped off to them. He's not going to come in there and because he got to send, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, that ain't something that the Hamites came up with. Esau came, the Democratic Republic, that's Esau. Send y'all Democratic Republic added over there to the Middle East. Okay? They're gonna do deals with their country, their leaders. They're gonna say, look, you listen, we're gonna give you the chip, we're gonna send you overseas with these new and improved M4s and M16s that to shoot lasers. And you're gonna go over there, you're gonna fight Russia and Iran. And they're gonna do it.
Second Ezra chapter 13 has to be. This is the spirit of prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. We witnessing what Yahweh Shai said. Matthew 24, nation shall rise against nation.
Yeah.
Rumors of wars and rumors of wars. The love of many shall wax cold. All these things are taking place simultaneously at the same time.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes it so horrible, because in the ancient world, I mean, you would have them, but you didn't have them in such frequencies. They about to hit Babylon the Great.
And they ruling the world. Like we read in Revelation chapter 15. They're going to stand far over there in the east. And everywhere, wherever.
They're gonna look at their smartphone, they're gonna see the missile. America's gonna be, they're gonna have them drones and them satellites out there beaming down the view of America. Well, probably not sad, because these missiles probably gonna burn up. They'll probably be grounded cameras.
Well, you know that.
Far up on the ships.
But an explosion that big, you might be able to see it.
The sky's gonna be dark, man. It's good to say that, hey, man, it's gonna be a day of gloominess and thick clouds, man.
Yeah, because the countries are kind of like still kind of like man, especially over Europe.
Yeah, they're gonna be getting hit with missiles and stuff too. America's got missiles. They're fairly miserable at having hypersonic missiles. All right. Keep going.
Well, y'all got a charger.
I got a charger.
I got a Samsung.
You go ahead and read that link first. Ooh, yeah, go ahead.
And it says, verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city where we were made rich.
Yeah. Sorry, you say what that again? What city is like unto thee?
Huh. That's okay. Saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein we're made rich. Okay. Revelation chapter 18, verse 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Right. What city is like unto this great city? What place is like unto America? There's no other place like this, man. Where you can actually go, you can seek asylum, you could be a total weirdo, and where you're oppressing is somewhere like Russia. If you want to love your same-sex partner, you can come over here, become a citizen, and get married. They don't allow that shit over there in China and Russia. You can come over here and get married. You can become a citizen of America, move to New York, right? And you can get married, and you can live happily ever after until the missiles drop. All right. So what city is like this? You can have all this weird freedom. Okay.
And it
On
said,
top of getting money quick, you got people that make thousands of dollars overnight now.
it's scary too.
You know, I'm talking about legally. You can make thousands. You can set you up in some kind of account, some kind of business, right? And you can make thousands of dollars overnight. There's no place like being here in America and getting rich. Set you up a SBA, whatever, right? And you can make money. Okay, you have to come over here a lot of the time to do that. You know, to figure out some way to bypass your country's strict, harsh internet rules and then do it. You know, a lot of people they get rich over here, then they move over there somewhere like Dubai or somewhere and live out their life, which is made just like America anyway. Okay, yeah, you're gonna cut. So what city is like this great city? America's a great city. It's a city. Okay, the real city of America is really DC anyway. It's really DC. This is these 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 states are exactly like the states attached to the U.S., which is really DC, okay, which is a city state. All right, really, that's why you call it American citizens. You're attached to. You live in your state, but you're really attached to the main warehouse in DC. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 19, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate.
How much? It keeps saying it. 1 hour, short stay, 1 day, right? This place is going to be destroyed quick, man. Okay, millions of people are going to die here in America. Like Paul Thomas said, that you have millions of people die here. Israelites are going to die. Okay, your best friend, your cousin, your favorite auntie, your favorite uncle, right? The homeboy you grew up with, your homegirl. Okay, your school friends, your co-workers, all gonna die because they want to be elected Israel in 1 hour. Okay, this place is gonna be totally destroyed. All that, all that wasting your breath and talking about how you're gonna come up from the bottom. You're gonna be the next Steve Jobs. You're gonna be the next Jay-Z. You know, you're all gonna lose that great American dream in 1 hour. Quick, man. Okay. Well,
And it says, and the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters.
so all your entertainers, like I said, your Jay-Z's, your Cardi B's, your Beyonce, right? Your Lil Kim Queen Bees, all your bees, all your favorite artists, right? Your entertainers and big sales, your Will Smiths and Jada Pinkett's, okay? All right? All are going to be part of that discussion. Keep going.
Shall be heard no more at all in thee.
So there's not going to be any more VMAs, no more AMAs, no more VEPAs, no more award shows, no more Hollywood Walk of Fame thing, right? There's not going to be no more Billboard Music Awards, no more Top Chart 100, none of that, okay? No more Netflix or chilling. That's going to be it. Go ahead.
Right before they did the message discussion I was making, they were going to a concentration camp. Revelation chapter.
That's just a part of it.
Yeah, that's just
That's just a small part of the story of the chaos. We're talking about the destruction. All this stuff will go away. Go ahead.
And it says, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be.
No craftsmen, so you're not going to have no skilled laborers, no workers, no construction, none of that. Okay? No more people doing witchcraft or any arts and crafts, none of that. Okay? Go ahead.
Shall be found anymore in thee.
Because you're going to be dead. Go ahead.
And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee.
No more waking up to an alarm clock, going to work. No more sitting in traffic. Right? No more road rage. No more blasting trap music on the way to the gym. Okay? No more, none of that. Okay? That's going to, there's nothing, everything that people do, right? No more tweeting, no more posts, right? No more captions, no more likes, no more double taps, no more swipes. Okay, that's it. All right, go ahead. And the light of a candle should shine no more at all in thee. Not even no more, nothing. Not sitting in your house chilling. No more weekend getaways. No more planning for the next time we're gonna go overseas. Here it is. You ain't got your passport now. You ain't getting it. That's the kind of time we live in. Okay. Go ahead.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride should be heard no more at all in thee.
Right. So we read earlier about people were eating and drinking and marrying and getting married. Now we're reading in Revelation 18. There ain't gonna be no more weddings and bridegrooms and brides. Right? So you can get married today and be destroyed tomorrow in an hour. Okay? In that time, we waiting for that time to come. All right? You could be a newlywed or you could be wed for 50 years. It don't matter. The Lord has a judgment coming to this world. All right? A major historical judgment. All right? They're going to destroy themselves. They're the ones developing the sword. Okay?
For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
For by the sorceries of the elites, okay? The so-called illuminated ones, all right? Whatever they want to call themselves now, all right? Uh, all their sorceries and witchcraft has been used to deceive the people so they can stay on top. Well, what you gonna great wizard of Oz and America's Oz? You people are living in a dream world, okay? You're living in Oz. You're gonna wake up to find out you're gonna wake up in the dream. So Jason, you're gonna wake up there. You woke up there. You're gonna be that's it, man.
That's the death by page.
Go ahead.
And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints.
And in America is found the blood of the prophets, man. Okay? There were prophets here in America that got the elder upper business kid. Reject believing in that. So in America is found the blood of the prophets, the real prophets, which are Israelites. Go ahead.
And in her was found the blood of the prophets.
And those are great men, man. From the upper biblical on down. High Priest Ariel, King Mashah, those they help spearhead the truth. Just like we're spearheading the truth. Okay? Continue on in that legacy. America gotta be destroyed. Okay? America gotta go. There's other men, there's other prophets in this day and age that died because of the philosophies of this place, man. Islam is just one. What else you got? You got Christianity too. Just believing in America. But then everybody's waking up to the fact that the audience is prophets are back, and the prophets are gonna rejoice. Okay, go ahead.
And of saints, and of all that were slain upon the earth.
And saints and all the saints and all those that were slain upon the earth, our people, man. Okay? All through the deception of Esau, being able to push his fake wisdom on the earth, man. All right? Got our people killing our own. You know?
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
That's the elect. That's the 144,000 those that are set up to rule with Yahushua, to be delivered. Those are the prophets. Those are the prophets that are going to stand with Yahushua in the end.
About 5 minutes.
Okay.
Verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne. And before
this is the new song. This truth is the new song. That's why everybody's like, oh, wow, I didn't know all of this. You had to find it our whole lives. But when you really study it and read it, you find out what it's really about. Not Pastor Jenkins in your local church in the pulpit screaming and hooting and hollering, all right, talking about Jesus. No, okay? They ain't teaching you the Bible. They name biblical names. They use biblical scenarios to bring out their bullshit, but it had nothing to do with the scriptures. Okay? The truth of the scriptures, that's what's going to stand. Scripture says, the truth shall flourish. Faith shall flourish. Faith in what? Faith in the Israelites know who they are. Okay? As being Israelites. Okay? Even those that don't look like your typical so-called black, and Native American are finding out they're Israelites and what they believe in. Okay? Or what they should believe in. You know, like I said, whether they walk it or not, that's between them and the Most High. Right? We'll go back to Revelation 18.
Yeah, that was it.
Read the last verse again.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 24. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
Mm-hmm. That's it? All right, yeah. So, hold on. If you read 20, if I rejoice over her, the prophet over read that right. Verse 20.
Yeah, I can read it again.
Let me read it again.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets.
Right, so we're rejoicing over hearing about the destruction of the space to come. We're rejoicing that our people are knowing who they are. Blacks finding out that they Israelites. Spanish and Native Americans finding out they're Israelites. We rejoice over that. We also rejoice on the fact that we find out so-called white man is Edom. And that he's going to get his just desserts for what he did to us. Okay? Those that are of the Edomites. All right? We're rejoicing that we have this truth. That we're going to get back in our rightful place. All right? A little bit more on that verse?
For Yahweh had avenged you on her.
Right. For the Most High, Yahweh had avenged us on America. All right? So with that, we're going to close out. We're going to give our praise and glory and honors on two.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.